Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Shanice Danae. It's been a minute. I know I always say that, but it was for good reasons. I just was trying to get myself mentally together. Yeah, so there has been a lot of changes. I feel like my boobs look really weird right now in this, but I'm sure you are already aware. We're not going, you know, say all the extra stuff, but I would like if you guys follow me on here, subscribe to my channel. I definitely will be making more videos because I have so much stuff to share with you guys, and honestly have the time now to vlog a little bit more and do the things that I want to do. Anyway, so I already know by the title of this video, you already know that I am pregnant, which is so mind-blowing. So much to tell you guys, and especially regarding the first trimester, how we got pregnant after a miscarriage. It was actually like immediately after, which is still mind-blowing to me. I didn't even believe it, but hey, we are here. God is so good. But without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, so guys, this is so crazy. Believe it or not, I am now in my second trimester, so we are going to backtrack and start from the beginning. So last time that I was talking to you guys, I was telling you guys about the miscarriage. I actually had a D&C, and then I didn't even get a chance to come back, but I actually had a second D&C, which is crazy. And then I actually was taking herbal teas. So I ended up drinking what's called like a blood purifier tea, and that actually got rid of like everything that was like in my uterus. I know this is like kind of, I hope I don't get flagged. Oh, this is probably TMI, but I feel like there's women out there that need to know. So what that did was kind of prepare my, you know, my reproductive system, I guess, in that area, and prepare it to be pregnant again. Now, within all of that, I didn't really think that I would get pregnant so quickly. And I also was drinking I think it's called like baby boomer tea. I was drinking that too. And then I was pregnant in November, like just like that. Insane. Literally. Crazy. So yeah, anyway, so found out we were pregnant, and I took like literally 8 pregnancy tests because I couldn't believe it. I was just like, wow, like I can't believe I'm pregnant again. Anyway, and then you guys know we had moved into an apartment so that way we can prepare to move into our home or build a home. We didn't really know what we wanted to do, so everything happened so quickly, and now we're just like, wait. I'm telling you, you try to plan and God laugh at you, and he's like, listen, I got this. Trust the process. So here we are. Yeah, so found out I was pregnant, and I think it was kind of hard for us to really get excited because since we experienced the first situation, we kind of was like, well, maybe it's just hormones from the last time, you know, like maybe all the hormones, my HCG levels are still rising or still there, so it's still showing up pregnant on a pregnancy test. And it's so funny because I didn't even think I was pregnant in the first place. The only reason why I had took the pregnancy test was because my mom was like, Shanice, like, just take a pregnancy test because you look like you're pregnant from your hips or something, she said. And I was like, what? You sound crazy. Y'all, listen, moms know. I swear, they know. It's so crazy to me. All right, so let's talk about the pregnancy symptoms for the first trimester. Okay, so I'm gonna break this down from week 1 through week 5 for now. So week 1 through 5 was honestly pretty good. I didn't really feel pregnant for the most part. My sense of smell started to increase by the day, and then I developed a really mad aversion to garlic and cat food. Like, couldn't stand cat food before. I can't stand it now. And when I say before, I'm talking about in the first pregnancy. I really didn't like it. And then like in this pregnancy, I still don't like it. It's just something about this cat food. It just smells terrible. I mean, let's be honest, cat food stinks anyway. So, and then garlic. Those are like the 2 aversions that I had. I definitely had morning sickness. I was throwing up, but not all the time. I realized that it was if like I didn't eat anything heavy before going to bed, Or let's say if I had a meal at 7, but I didn't have any like snacks like until like 10 o'clock, things of that sort, and then go to sleep like early, then I would wake up hungry and then I would throw up stomach acid. So eventually I kind of started learning my new body. I started learning my new body and like how to adjust to this pregnancy. Yeah, so I would say that I only threw up maybe like twice. No, I only threw up like once through week 1 through week 5. So that honestly went pretty fast, and it's so crazy because I had downloaded the app at week 1. So I've been tracking this pregnancy since week 1, which is so crazy to me. So week 6 through week 10, I started developing like this weird like gagging reflex. Like I could literally be talking on the phone and I'll just gag, like dry heave on the phone. So that is something that I've noticed. Also, y'all listen, one thing y'all know about me, I'm gonna keep it real. I started noticing like a weird like discharge, not like smelly or like not that I was itching or anything like that, but it was definitely like a discharge. And I'm just like, what is this? Like, why is this so much? Like, it was just weird. And I'm still experiencing that. And that's just common with pregnancy. I also started to notice that I threw up twice during week 6 through 10. So I threw up twice. And mainly, again, it was the same reason. I didn't really eat too late before. I didn't eat heavy enough before going to bed. So by the time I woke up in the morning, I threw up a lot of stomach acid. Also, the amount of thirst is serious. And it's still serious. I'm always thirsty. Like, I drink a lot of water. Now, again, even from the beginning, I've never stopped working out. I trained myself to not live in fear and to just really just kind of enjoy this pregnancy and then also enjoy my own mental health and in my own mental state. And that is working out. Working out is something that helps me mentally get rid of stress relievers and just makes me overall feel good. So I just continue to work out. Now I did modify a little bit of things, like I'm not doing like sit-ups and I'm not trying to get abs or anything like that, but I definitely wanted to focus on like building like my back so it can support this stomach. I'm very tiny. I'm only 5'1" and a half. I had to throw that half in there. So I'm very short and I'm a very small framed person. I think like before pregnancy, I wore like a size 2. Okay, so I am a tiny person. So I don't know. So I just wanted to really just focus on that and make sure that my arms don't get too flabby and just really just focus on lifting and just enjoy my time. Okay, just enjoy my time. So if you want like pregnancy workout videos as well, see what I'm doing, leave me a comment down below. I'll make sure I add that. But other symptoms that I noticed was that my boobs, oh my God. Listen, there's something that people don't tell you, okay? They don't tell you how big and heavy and how hurtful your boobs get when you're pregnant, okay? Because let me tell you something. I don't know whose boobs these are, but they're not mine, okay? They're heavy, they're huge. I don't know what size I wear right now. I definitely need to go buy some more bras because what I have, literally like, it's just, it's peeking out. It's saying hello, okay? So that's definitely a symptom that I noticed. The app that I'm using is still the same app that I was using before, which is called What to Expect. I didn't really have a lot of food cravings. It was mainly like if I've seen someone like eating food, then it would be like, oh, like I want that. But at this time, like, I wasn't hungry. Like, I was just eating my normal amount. So I wasn't really overeating. I also didn't gain any weight in the first trimester, which I thought was kind of weird, and I was starting to get a little bit concerned. But baby was doing completely fine, super strong, super healthy. And then also too, I noticed like a lot of blue veins like in my chest area as well. And through I would say almost like week 9, my belly button, oh my God, that's something that they don't talk about. My belly button was hurting so bad. Like, I have an innie, so if you're someone that has an innie and you get pregnant, like it's being pushed out, and I think that like stretch was hurting. I was like, oh my God, like my belly button hurts. Now it's out. She's out now. She's not put in, she's definitely out, which is so crazy. Like, I no longer have an innie at the moment. It is definitely an outie. Yeah, so it definitely, it's uncomfortable. I also experienced a lot of round ligament pain. And I think that was the worst, because I feel like since my body, like again, I have a very, very small frame. I think by my body just stretching was just kind of uncomfortable. And then I was getting nervous because I was like, wait, like, is this supposed to feel like this? Like, is this normal? Like, asking so many questions. But again, I just kept praying and praying and praying, because again, I just didn't want to bring on the stress from my past experience, even though I feel like I didn't even get a chance to process everything, because it was just like boom, 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 crazy. I feel like my baby, the first baby, just came back to us. Like, that's just how I feel. That's how fast it was. I definitely, another symptom during the first trimester, like, and this was just this is until week 1 all the way through week 10, and still, is going to the bathroom a lot. Like, there was one day I counted, I went to the bathroom like 45 times. 45 times, y'all. That is insane. So be prepared. You're definitely going to go to the bathroom, especially if you are drinking a lot of water like me. Like, I drink more water than I do anything else, mainly because I feel like it's the only thing that quenches my thirst. And then also it's just really good for the baby, because you're giving it even more for it to be surrounded by amniotic fluid, which is super important. And then also too, like, I don't have any like swelling or anything like that. Like, my feet aren't swollen. I do have like a little bit of swelling on my knees a little bit, and that's just my massage therapist was telling me that I did. But other than that, like, I'm not like super swollen, and I think it's because I drink a lot of water, and I have a fear of having like a pregnancy nose. I do. I'm sorry. I really do. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, but it's definitely a fear, and I don't want it. And I do feel like I feel like it's growing just a little bit. I don't know. Also, another symptom that I've experienced is extreme fatigue. Like, 100%. I definitely have been sleeping a lot, which I feel like is a good thing, because while you're sleeping, that means that you're giving the baby what it needs to develop like it's supposed to, and to grow like it's supposed to. And yeah, like, I feel like even at week 9, like when we had got our first like ultrasound, well, actually it wasn't our first, because I was going to like these little spas that we have here that you can just literally walk in and they can do an ultrasound. So I have seen, or I should say, we have seen our baby like from every stage, and it's so beautiful, like, to watch them like grow from every single stage up until, you know, until you deliver, which I think is good. But yeah, like, I remember at 9 weeks when we went to our first doctor appointment at that time, and I felt like the baby was big. I was like, dang, this baby is so big. But yeah, so it's beautiful. They grow at a rapid speed, and it's insane. Also, you'll notice too, like in the first trimester, you have a lot of bloating. Like, I was just like, is this my stomach? Like, is this the baby, or is it just bloat? And it's definitely bloat, because I feel like now, I feel like my stomach is actually like my pregnancy stomach and not just bloat anymore. So you'll know the difference because it's just, you just feel like you're filled with bloat, like with gas. And also, like, I fart a lot. Like, I fart a lot. Like, I can't hold it in, and I'm not holding it in. If you got to fart, go ahead and fart. Listen, they just gonna have to get it. Just say, excuse me. We all do it. So that's definitely a symptom for sure. Okay, so also let's talk about prenatal vitamins. Okay, so I was taking this one brand of prenatal vitamins. I honestly cannot think of the name. I think it was like Active or something like that. It's a brand that I found on Amazon, and it had so many good reviews, but I noticed that my face was breaking out, right? And I mean, in the first trimester, guys, I had these bumps all, like, literally just right here. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is definitely hormonal. If you've been following me on my YouTube channel for a long time, then you know I suffer from acne, and I literally control it at this point. And I was literally like, oh my God, I'm gonna be ugly this pregnancy. I wanna look like an ogre. I kept saying that because y'all don't understand like how bad this acne was. And I literally have to make a separate video about this because this is how bad it was. I mean, I had dark spots like all right here. And granted, now I don't have acne. I have like little bumps here and there, and I have a little bit of scarring that I still need to get rid of, but you can't use certain, that's the thing, like you can't use certain products when you're pregnant. So it's like you feel stuck. You literally feel stuck. But yeah, so I was able to get it under control. I'll definitely make a separate video about this because it's just like so much stuff that I had to learn and to do. Anyway, going back to the prenatal vitamins, if your face is breaking out, it could be a result of those prenatal vitamins. And if you're having heartburn really early, it could also be a sign that it's the prenatal vitamins. So I stopped taking prenatal vitamins altogether. The only thing I drink is a prenatal tea. And the reason why is because I feel like I just didn't feel comfortable with that. Like I don't know, like anytime I had like little pains or anything like that, they always say like, oh, take Tylenol. I personally don't think that it's safe to take Tylenol while you're pregnant. I honestly think like, I think they're even being sued that it's like linked to like autism and stuff like that. So I just didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to be just me 100%. So I take a prenatal tea that has like sea moss and all these other benefits in it, and my blood work comes back really good. So that's just me, you know, do what makes you feel comfortable. But definitely if you're having heartburn, and if like very early on, like in your first trimester, if you're having like all these effects and breaking out from acne, it honestly could be like the prenatal vitamins have so much stuff in it. Your body could automatically be producing, let's say magnesium, right? Your body could be automatically producing a certain amount of levels of magnesium, and then you go ahead and take a prenatal vitamin and it's adding double the amount that you don't need for your body. And I feel like prenatal vitamins do have its benefits maybe, but it's not like they're taking our blood, seeing what's missing, and then assigning us a prenatal vitamin. To me, that would make more sense. So that's why I choose not to take them. So let's talk about week 11 through week 13. So this is when you're just about to hit your second trimester. And for me, I started getting nervous at week 11. Week 11, or I would say, yeah, week 11, I started feeling like little like flutters. I was like, oh my God, like that has to be the baby. But also like my symptoms, I started to feel like a regular human, okay? And because of that, I was terrified. Mainly because the first time that we were pregnant, I lost all of my symptoms completely, and it wasn't a good time. This time, I was told, and it was explained to me, that it's because you're getting closer and closer to your second trimester. And because of that, you start to feel more like yourself. Like you start to get a little bit more energy and things like that. So let's look at week 11 through 13. Week 11 is when your baby looks like a little strawberry, and it's so crazy again, like how fast they form. And during that time, I was still going to the bathroom a lot. I started to get a little bit hungrier. Like I had to have breakfast, I would say no later than 12 o'clock. No, I had to have something in my stomach no later than 12. And then usually that will hold me over until like 5 o'clock, and I can have dinner and be fine, and then I can have a snack, some fruit and things of that sort before going to bed. Also, I forgot to tell you guys, I had in the first trimester, I had a really bad aversion to meat. So I wasn't eating meat in the first trimester at all, like no meats except for fish. And then obviously you have to be careful on what fish that you're going. And of course you have to be careful about what fish you eat. I still had like my breasts were still growing. My stomach was still hurting a little bit, like my belly button mainly, because again, it was stretching, and I started to show, like I was showing a little bit, like I had a little, like a little fupa. I was out here fupaing, like I had one. And it's only because again, like the baby was like developing like in that area first. So it was kind of bulgy a little bit in that area, which I thought was kind of funny. Yeah, and just learning my body again. So week 12, I started to still get more increase of smell. Like Matt would have to feed the cats in a completely different room, and I can still smell it, like almost like it would wake me up out of my sleep. And sometimes, I believe one time, like I smelled it and it was so bad to me that I like literally got up out of the bed and ran and threw up because it was so bad. So I did notice the increase of smell by week 12. And then that's pretty much it. I was still going to the bathroom again a lot. I was still fatigued, I was still tired. But in all of this, I was still waking up at 5:30 in the morning to go work out. Like I literally trained my mind that like you can do it, you can get up, you can work out no matter how you feel, no matter if you're throwing up. I would literally throw up and go to the gym. And I noticed that when I was working out, I felt normal in my first trimester. I felt good. Like it's almost like the baby liked me working out. So that's just something that I continue to do even until now when I'm in my second trimester. I didn't experience any like constipation or anything like that. Like y'all, I can go to the bathroom. Like this is honestly the best TMI. This is literally the best like doo-doo I've had in a very long time. And I honestly think I've always been a big water drinker, but I think because I drink even more water, like I go through so much water in a day, it's sickening. I think because of that, it's helping me, you know, break down my foods a lot easier. And I also don't eat a lot of foods that like fried foods, stuff like that, that's gonna cause me to be bloated. I'm taking my health seriously, and I've always have. Like, I'm not really eating any different. I've never been a bad eater. Like I eat really healthy. So yes, I haven't experienced that. I feel like in week 13, I wasn't as tired. I was starting to get a little bit more energy, but by the end of the day, I still kind of crashed. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Like the first trimester was not hard. I did find out we did find out what we were having at week 18. We found out the gender, we did the sneak peek, which is the DNA, and then week 12, they actually confirmed what our baby is, so we were super duper excited about that. We are going to actually do a gender reveal at our baby shower, which is going to be in May. Yeah, so let me show you guys the bump. This is what we're working with. I actually have a full-blown bump. This is from one side. This is from the other side. And this is what I look like from the back, so you guys can see. So you can see what I look like from the back and the side. I'm definitely going to be vlogging this process as well as giving you guys an update on the second trimester. I'm probably going to record that next week. But just so that way we can kind of get some more videos out for you guys as well. I break it up by weeks, so maybe I'll do like week 14 through 18 or something like that by 4-week increments, because I don't want to just do one trimester, second trimester, and then third trimester. I want to kind of like give you guys the real, because one thing about me, I'm gonna tell you the truth from my experience, okay? But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, supporting me, your encouraging words. And yeah, until next time, deuces.